What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Future Knight Eric here. We're doing a in-store locals deck profile today just because I wanted to get this deck profile out as quickly as possible. This is obviously our post AGOV Labrynth deck profile. Those of you who know the channel, I pretty much exclusively play Labrynth now. I don't really know how to play any other deck. The deck has made me bad at playing every other deck, so we're going to play this until they hit it, I suppose. The deck is absolutely insane post AGOV. We obviously got our new support card. I am still on the trap version. I still believe the furniture version is a lot weaker. I know it's more consistent and when it snowballs it's better, but I don't like losing to a single Ash or Bubble. Not much to say today. We played a locals. I went 3-1. Not sure my result just yet. We haven't done prizing. I think I could have gone 4. I lost in time in game 1 against Heroes of all things. So a little bit disappointing there. But otherwise a pretty decent day. Also played the Trap Mirror against my good friend Herbert, who's behind the camera, our teammate. And I managed to take that as well. Also played against, I believe it was Salamangreat and Rika Sun Avalon Plants Shenanigans. And yeah, not much else to say. I just want to get into deck profile. It's very similar, obviously just with the new card, and there's a bit of theory around playing the new card and how I've played the new card. So yeah, we can just get right into it. So for the trap version, again, we're not playing furniture, so you want to max out on engine pieces. So we are still maxing out on our 3 ladies. A lot of people only play this at 2. I still think it's correct to play 3, especially if you're not playing the furniture for consistency. Same thing with Ariana, still want to play 3. And then I'm opting to play 3 Arias. So this is obviously the new one. Now Arias is absolutely cooked. Her effect reads that you can, during the main phase, either main phase, you can discard her, set a normal trap, and you can activate it the turn that it's set. And then if your opponent responds to your Labrynth cards or your normal traps with an effect, you can summon her from the grave. And her effect is also on field, so you can send her from field to set a trap. You can use both effects in the same turn, the summon and the set, which is absolutely insane. Obviously in the furniture version this isn't as great. You probably play it as a one-off just for the OTK combos, but in this version, the trap version, you have to play 3 because it literally turns every trap in your deck into a hand trap, which is phenomenal. This card, being able to make Chaos Angel as well, because it's a 6, is insane. Probably one of the best cards in my deck today. I'm glad I played 3. I do side out 1 quite often going first, actually, because when you go second, it's a hand trap. When you go first, it's kind of like a pseudo extender / starter if you draw her along with Big or Welcome. So a little bit weird when you're going first, but going second is an immediate 3-off with your traps. It's insane. Great addition to the deck. So happy. Can't wait for the next one. Obviously, we're still playing our 1-off, which isn't as bad because Arias can actually also summon an Ash. Her other effect is to summon out from hand. And we're still playing the 1 clock. That's pretty standard. We're playing our 3 Lord of the Heavenly Prisons. Trap version, still have to play it. FTK against Unchained, absolutely insane card. Trap version, again, you've got to play it. We're playing the 3-part Prosperity. Once again, furniture version can't play this, they have to play extra, so this is just better. Digging is still insane. You use your extra actually a little bit more now with Arias in the deck. You can actually go into some link plays and you can make Chaos Angels and stuff like that, but it's still not super necessary. So the Prosperity, as well as some other traps I'm playing that conflict with the extra deck, it doesn't really matter. We're still playing the 3 big, the 3 welcome trap version. You have to max out on these, unlike furniture that play 2. Then, the best part of the deck, the part that matters the most, is the normal traps. Now, this doesn't look like it's changed much, but there is the addition of Dogmatica Punishment, and then the rest of these are, I think, pretty much staple for what people play, except for, I would say, the trap trick. So, the logic here is the normal ratios of traps you play are these. Like, you don't ever not play these. The addition of punishment is because of the blowout that it causes going second with Arias. So obviously Arias set punishment is literally, it pops 2 cards, and then if they respond you get back the Arias. So you can go +3 off of a single card. It's absurd. Again, this conflicts with your extra deck a little bit, but not enough to not play it. The other option is Torrential Tributes. I did test Torrential quite a bit. I didn't like the own monster destruction. And then I was playing runic cards to supplement that, so the runics can go into Hugin, and Hugin can actually protect from your own destruction. So I was like protecting with the Hugins plus the Torrentials, but if you don't see them together, blowing out your own board sometimes is really rough, where punishment you can resolve late game, even if you have an established field. So that was the concept there. I did mess around with playing more trap tricks and then more duplicates of these, but I figured because the deck is known for being able to set any single blowout trap, we still play the single blowout traps. And then Karnakan is just cooked into everything, so you have to play it at 3. And then for non-engine, non-normal traps, we're still playing 3 strike. And ladies and gentlemen, we have finally cut Skill Drain. Finally, it's not in the deck. My friend told me to play 1 because you can search it for Prosperity and Lord of the Heavenly. I don't think it's necessary anymore. Personally, I think obviously if you're going into a bigger tournament with a lot more rounds where you need to consistently win, I think it has a spot in the deck. But if you're going to a locals or even a regional level where it's less rounds, I don't think it's that necessary. Your deck does so much with its monsters effects and it snowballs so quickly that Skill Drain almost hinders you a little bit. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. And then finally for the last non-engine spots, which these 6 can technically be anything. We're messing around with nibs, we're messing around with Drace Worms. These 6 can sort of be whatever, but I had a look at the YCS, recent YCS's top lists, and all of them were maxing out on Imperm. So I was like, must be good. So we played Imperm, and then Ash is just generally good into Rogue, and of course into the Mirror. And that is it for the main deck. 42 cards. We don't go below 42 because then we draw lovely every single game. Extra deck is kind of cool now. We're obviously playing the Chaos Angel. Like I said, you can make it with Arius plus Ariana. We're playing this thing just because it's Ensis but a bounce. We're playing this thing. Didn't summon it once, but in theory this card is cooked. We're playing this for Flunder and also just for the negate. We're playing this for the Dark combo when you res their Albaz and then Fuse, then you have something to send. We're playing this for the Dogmatica punishment target, the link 5. We're playing 2 Ensis, and then the rest is sort of just free. We're playing obviously the Underworld Goddess, Unicorn. This should be SP. Don't own SP. Didn't really need it today. I guess the deck will definitely need it, so you should get an SP. Muckracker, you have to play it. Dark, you have to play it. And then the Linger Reaver, you have to play it so you don't lose to heavily. And then moving on to the side deck. So this is super experimental. Today was weird, the decks that were here. Our locals is kind of diverse in the sense that there is the meta decks and there are meta cards here, but it's like one of each. So there's one Runic Fire player, there's one Nanobird player, there's one other Labrynth player, there's one Pearly player. So you sit down and you end up playing against a lot of meta, but you're not playing against a consistent meta where everyone's playing the same deck. So this is a bit weird. So we play the 3 nibs. Again, this is interchangeable with Ash in the main, I think. I think in some capacity you have to play both, whether it's main or side. Same thing with Shifter, you have to play it in some capacity. Alternatively, these could be Bestials. Then we're only playing 2 Lava Golems. Don't want the normal summons to conflict too much, but you have to play this or Sphere modes. This is just better into Unchained, Pearly, yeah, those 2 specifically, because they don't summon 100 bodies. We play the 1 Eradicator Virus, came out in the main. Feel like it's a bit subpar, this format, and very specific. Against Cash, it was the best card in the deck. So against Cash, you just flip this, you rip out their Field Spell, their Meteonis, their Births, you just win. But right now, other than decks like Pearly, it's not that great because some decks are just comboing with their monsters and they add the spells instead of drawing them. So there's that. Evenly for Rescue Ace, there isn't a Rescue Ace here that I know of, but just in case one does pop up. And then we took out anti-spells, as you can see from Ongoing Second stuff, but we are still playing the Judgments for the Evenlies, as well as the Lightning Storms and Heartbeats. And that is pretty much it for the deck profile. Pretty quick one. I think I said all I need to say. Arius is absolutely cooked. If you do play the trap version, play her at 3, test with her. She's awesome. She's such an awesome addition to the deck. And it doesn't change how the deck plays too much, but changes it enough to where it feels fresh. And when you see her in your hand, it's kind of like exciting because you think about what you can do. There's many times that I open hands like this, where you open Big, Arius, and Lady. And this is absolutely absurd, obviously, because Arius set your Big, you special your Lady, you then Big. You can now get a set off of your Lady, you summon your Lovely, which loops a card out of their hand, and now you can then reset the Big again. That it's a 3-card combo, yes, but it's not an unrealistic one. Plus, it changes, like if you draw an Oriana, it changes as well, but it's disruption during your opponent's turn, and it's combo during your own turn. So it ends up being absolutely insane. And that's pretty much it for the deck profile, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't been present for quite a while, and I don't think I will be present as consistently as I have been in the past. But every time I get a top or a win, you'll see a deck profile if there's any changes. And yeah, shout outs again to Herb for recording for us, and I'll check you in the next one. This is Future Knight, signing out.